What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this episode, we're talking about the exhaust on my 2016 BMW S1000RR. So behind me here, I've got a full titanium Austin Racing exhaust with the GP1 muffler on it, and it is ear-piercingly loud, guys. Holy smokes. So in this episode, we're gonna get a cold start. It's more of a warm start. We're also gonna get a launch control rev on it, and then we're also gonna rev the absolute piss out of it so you guys can see exactly how freaking loud this is and see if this is the exhaust for you. Also, a little bit later in this video, we're gonna get into some of the cons, some of the things that I absolutely hate about the exhaust. Yes, hate, guys. Holy smokes. There is some major problems with this Austin Racing exhaust behind me here, but we'll get into that a little bit later. What I'm really looking forward to is my GoPro setup where I have a professional mic set up on there, because you guys really need to hear this thing at load. When you're on the highway rolling, it just sounds so much better. I really hope the microphone on the GoPro conveys that to you guys, because you guys need to hear this thing pop through the gears, hear it on the road. It is absolutely incredible. I am obsessed with the sound of this motorcycle. But without further ado, let's throw this camera on the tripod here so you guys can hear this thing when it's stationary. Rev the piss out of it. Let's go. All right, this isn't really a cold start at all. This is more of a warm start, but yeah, without further ado. So as you can see, even at idle, this thing is so freaking loud. I have to raise my voice so much. If we were having a conversation right here, you wouldn't be able to hear each other that well without really raising your voice. So we're gonna do a few baby revs here. We're gonna rev it up to about 5,000-6,000 RPM, and then we're gonna go from there. All right, that's about 5,000-6,000 RPMs, and it is so freaking loud, guys. Holy crap. If you guys are looking for a loud exhaust, Austin Racing's definitely gonna be the exhaust you guys wanna choose. All right, let's throw it in launch control here so you guys can get that pop, 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 and we'll go from there. Holy shit, guys. My right ear is ringing so bad right now. I don't recommend you do that. Headphone users, sorry, I should have gave you a little bit of a warning, but holy crap, my ears are freaking ringing. All right, guys, lastly, we're just gonna rev the piss out of it. I don't think we're gonna red line it. I don't like bouncing off that rev limiter a whole lot, but we'll rev the piss out of it so you guys can really see how freaking loud this is. I really hope the audio is just conveying to you how freaking ear-piercingly loud this goddamn exhaust is. Jesus Christ! Sorry guys, I really hope that came through the microphone the way that I'm hearing it right now, because holy crap, both my ears are dead. I'm gonna be ringing all the way home. One more thing before we throw our jacket, gear, helmet, all that kind of stuff on. You guys might have noticed I have a small dent in the side of my Austin Racing exhaust. You guys might be wondering, how the hell did that happen? Well, it was kind of a two-person thing. It was kind of my fault, and it was somebody else's fault. It was mostly my fault. What I did is I went to a friend's house. I parked behind their wife's vehicle. I was only planning on stopping for a couple minutes. He invited me in to come visit for a little bit more. His wife ended up leaving, and my bike perfectly was behind her SUV. She backed up, knocked it over, scratched the sticker on the side of it. I put a new sticker on. It looks okay, but it still has that little bit of a dent in there. Bugs me, but it's not the end of the world. It didn't make a hole in it or anything like that. I don't think it affected the performance or anything like that. So if you guys are letting me know in the comments below that you're noticing a dent in there, that's how it happened. All right, guys, we're on the GoPro here. Hopefully the audio turns out as good as I think it's going to. It turned out absolutely amazing in my parkade, but we're on some highway roads here. We're gonna be doing a little bit more speed. Hopefully the audio sounds good. Hopefully the angle is good. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's go. I've officially pissed off everybody around me here with this exhaust, and that's one of the major cons with this exhaust, obviously, and it's also one of the great pros of this exhaust. But there's also some major cons with this exhaust. The installation on it was not perfect. I don't know if it was just me. Let me know down in the comments if I've got this thing installed incorrectly on my bike. I've tried different variations of it, etc., etc. But let's get into some of the major cons with this exhaust. So if you guys seen my mod video of my 2016 BMW S1000RR, you'll know that I mentioned the brake caliper here. It's absolutely covered in carbon here, which looks disgusting. It doesn't affect the brakes at all. I haven't noticed any problems with it, but that's just one of the minor cons with it. It's to be expected. The exhaust is literally right there and it's blowing right on that. What I think should have happened was this exhaust should have been a little bit longer just to get away from that. As you guys can see, the brake line is pretty much touching the exhaust here, which is not ideal, but it hasn't melted any of the rubber whatsoever. All right, and moving on to the major con of this exhaust, it is kind of loose. Like, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it does not sit in there tightly. Probably supposed to do that, but in doing so, in moving like that, it's scratched. I don't know if you guys can see. You guys can see right there, it is scratched the shit out of my swing arm, scratched the shit out of the inside of that. I don't think Austin Racing intended it to be like this, but that's a major con. And I've tried all different kinds of things, taking the rubber grommet out of here. I've tried all kinds of different, I've tried putting the hanger on the other side here, from here to here. Made absolutely no difference. This exhaust still just moves around, and it's drove me nuts the entire time that I've had this exhaust, but it still sounds absolutely amazing, and I would buy another Austin Racing. Last con of this exhaust, it's also the best pro. It's a pro and a con, is the noise. When you want to be stealthy, you want to ride late at night, this loud exhaust is going to let everybody know that you're in the area. Vancouver PD are crazy guys with exhaust. So I have to ride in 5th gear at like 50 kilometers an hour to try keep the sound down as much as humanly possible. But with that being said, I would definitely buy another Austin Racing. They look amazing, they sound amazing. In my opinion, they are the best sounding exhaust that you can get on the market. Nothing else compares at all for this bike in particular. When I bought this bike, I knew exactly what exhaust I wanted to get. I did not ride this bike one single time with the stock exhaust after watching a bunch of YouTube videos about this exhaust. So hopefully this inspires some of you guys to buy an Austin Racing, because they're incredible. They're the best in the business. They have a few minor cons, and I'm pretty sure, yes, Audi R8, let's go. Such a sick car, and that had an aftermarket exhaust. Wow. Anyways, yes, what was I saying? I would recommend this exhaust. I would buy another one. Currently in the market to buy a new exhaust soon-ish for my M1000R. Let me know down in the comments, should I get an Austin Racing? Should I go crazy? Should I get an Akrapovic stainless steel, Akrapovic titanium? What should I get? I am so torn with the exhaust I should get on that bike, because it's such a huge investment. Exhausts are expensive. You're looking at $3,500-ish for a brand new Austin Racing exhaust for my M1000R. And I don't know, there's a couple cons with this, but I think it sounds the best. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, what should I get for an exhaust for my M1000R. Anyways, make sure you let your grandma, your grandpa, and you guessed it, your uncle, that I just made an exhaust video of Austin Racing out here. You guys got to hear the sweet symphony of a straight pipe Austin Racing exhaust. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Bye.